Before the joy, before the laughter, before the answer came, there was a woman named Hannah, a woman with a quiet heart, a longing, and a prayer that she didn't know would change her life forever. This is her story. A story of hope and heartbreak, of faith in the waiting, of God hearing the silent cries we sometimes don't even say out loud. Hannah was married to Elkanah, a kind man who loved her dearly. But there was something missing. She couldn't have children. And in her time, that felt like everything. It weighed on her heart every single day. Elkanah tried to comfort her. He would say, "Hannah, you're the one I love. Isn't that enough?" And it was, in a way. But love doesn't erase longing. Love doesn't fill the emptiness of a dream that hasn't come true. Elkanah had another wife, Peninnah, who had children. And Peninnah, she reminded Hannah over and over what she didn't have. Imagine living like that. Every family gathering, every festival, every conversation, a reminder of what your heart aches for but can't hold. Hannah loved Elkanah. She truly did. But the pain of waiting, the longing for a child, it pierced her soul. Every year, Elkanah would take his family to Shiloh, the temple, the house of God. Hannah would go with them. She would join the crowd, the songs, the prayers. But inside, she felt a quiet ache, a loneliness that no one else could see. Peninnah would tease her. "Why don't you have children? Are you not loved?" Hannah would swallow her tears, her heart breaking, but she kept her dignity. And then she went to the temple, not to be seen, not to perform a ritual, but to pour her soul out to God. Hannah knelt before the Lord. Her lips moved in silence at first, then in desperate words only God could hear. "Lord of heaven and earth," she prayed, "if you would give me a child, I will dedicate him to you for his entire life. He will serve you, Lord, as long as he lives." It was not just a prayer, it was a promise, a covenant from her heart, a trust in something bigger than her pain. She was so intent, so focused that Eli, the priest watching nearby, thought she was drunk. "Go home, get yourself under control," he said. Hannah looked up, not angry, not embarrassed. She explained softly, "No, my Lord, I am a woman who is deeply troubled. I have been pouring out my soul to the Lord." Eli listened, and he said something that would stay with her forever. "Go in peace, and may the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." And for the first time in years, Hannah felt hope. Hope not based on circumstances, but on God's faithfulness. Elkanah returned home with Hannah. He noticed a difference in her that year, a light in her eyes he hadn't seen before. "I am your servant," Hannah whispered to God quietly that night. "I trust you." And slowly, quietly, life began to change. In time, Hannah conceived. She carried the child with a mixture of awe and fear, knowing how fragile dreams can feel. When she gave birth to a boy, she named him Samuel, which means heard by God. Every time she held him, she remembered that quiet prayer in Shiloh. Every tear, every longing, every moment of doubt, God had heard. When Samuel was old enough to walk, Hannah kept her promise. She took him to the temple, to Eli the priest, and said, "This child I prayed for, I give back to you, Lord. He will serve you all his days." Can you imagine that moment? Giving up the very thing you longed for most, not because you don't love it, but because you love God more. That's faith. That's trust. That's the heart of someone who knows that God's plan is bigger than theirs. Hannah prayed again, this time a prayer of gratitude, not of pleading. "My heart rejoices in the Lord. My strength is renewed." He raises the humble and fills the hungry with good things. Her words echo beyond time because her story is not just about her longing. It's about hope, faith, and God's faithfulness in the waiting. Hannah's story isn't just about a woman wanting a child. It's about anyone who has ever waited, anyone who has ever prayed silently, anyone who has ever longed for something and wondered if it would ever come. Her story reminds us, God sees the heart. God hears the silent prayers. Waiting doesn't mean forgotten. Sometimes the answer comes in ways we don't expect. Sometimes the waiting prepares us for what's ahead, and sometimes the thing we've been longing for isn't just for us, it's for a bigger purpose. Samuel grew up to be a prophet, a man who would change a nation, and it all began with a mother who prayed, who trusted, who kept her faith, even in the quiet moments of longing. And for anyone watching today, your prayers are not ignored, your longing is not wasted, and even when life feels heavy, God is listening, and He is faithful. Hannah's story reminds us that sometimes hope waits, but it always answers. Hold on. Keep trusting. Keep praying. Your Samuel might be just around the corner, in ways you can't yet imagine, because the God who heard Hannah's prayer is still listening to yours, and your story isn't finished yet.